Hello and welcome. My name is Lucia. This is a short yoga flow for the full body. Please subscribe to get notified of my latest videos and follow me on social media lucia.yoflow. You will just need your yoga mat for this class. So sit down in a comfortable position, take a few breaths in and out and start to connect with earth, connecting with your body. Left hand to the right knee, breathe in, lengthen through the spine, and as you breathe out, twist to the back. And we're going to change sides, breathing in, lengthening from the crown of the head, breathing out, twisting to the back. Breathe the arms up and come into your right, side bending here, shoulder to the back, and then breathe in and come to the left. Gentle, creating space in your rib cage. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe coming a little bit deeper now. Remember to lengthening from the crown of the head. Keep creating space at your waist level. And then hands back to your heart and Hatra chakra. Coming to a child's pose and take a few breaths here. Just rooting down again, centering, connecting with earth. Breathing in, coming into a cow pose. And as you breathe out, tuck the chin, the tailbone, and return to your child's pose. Breathing in again, shoulders on top of the wrists so you don't overload the shoulders, and then returning. Breathe in, coming into a striking cobra if you want to, and breathe out, returning to your child's pose. So starting to warm up our spine, breathing in, chest close to the floor, come into an upward facing dog, and then drop the knees and return to your child's pose as you breathe out. Let's do that again. So breathing in, coming a little bit deeper even if you want to, feeling the power now, starting to warm up our body as you do that. Breathe in and come into a tabletop with the knees a bit wider, and bring your right hand in your middle line. And then breathe the left arm all the way up, and then through the window, threading the needle. So you have a lovely twist here. Keep the hips on top of your knees and just relax. This time, left hand in the middle line, right arm raises, and then threading the needle as you breathe out. Keeping the hips on top of your knees, just twisting here. Breathe in and return to a tabletop, then tuck the toes and come into a downward facing dog. Hands shoulders distance apart, feet hip distance apart, looking at your knees or navel, then bending one knee and the other. So you warm up your hamstrings a bit here. And then just bend the knees deeply, look at your hands and lunge your left foot outside of your hand. Drop your right knee, drop the toes. Keep the shoulders on top of the wrists for a while if you want to. If you want to come lower, you can come into your forearms. Keep them parallel and the shoulders on top of the elbows. Just breathe in and out naturally. Then press the hands on the floor and let your left leg straighten a little bit here. So you feel a lovely stretch on the back of the leg, chest to the thigh, and then just return to your low lunge and to tabletop. Let's change sides, right foot outside of the hand, come into a low lunge. Take a few breaths in and out, and then if you want, come into your forearms. You can bring the right toes a bit further out and the leg further to the front so you have more space here. And then let's just stretch that right leg. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, trying to keep the back straight, bringing the chest closer to the thighs and flex the foot so you can feel it in your calves as well. And if you want, you can go into a full splits if you are used to do it. Just having a lovely stretch here on our legs and hips. Pressing through the hands so you can release your leg and return to a child's pose as you breathe out. Take a few breaths here if you need to, recharging, and then press through the hands and return to your downward facing dog. Lovely stretch here on the whole posterior chain, the back of your body. Then bend the knees, lunge your right foot in between the hands into a forward folds. Breathing in, breathing out, and then half forward folds, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in and rise all the way up, hands at the top in Utthita Tadasana, mountain pose. Bend your right knee and lunge the leg to the back so you can open your body to a warrior two. Level the hips and square the shoulders to the front. Keep the shoulders on top of those hips. Open the arms parallel to the floor. Look at the front to your middle finger. Hastagra Distri, a lovely reaching out to the back. And now let's come into reverse warrior. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, maybe coming a little bit deeper. Breathe in, return to warrior two, and then extend your warrior. So let's go breathing in, and as you breathe out, elbow to the thigh if you want to, or hand to the floor, creating a straight line from the tips of your fingers to the outside edge of the back foot. Coming up into a 5-point star, so we can turn to the other side to our warrior two. Leveling those hips, opening the knee, the front knee, and keep that knee on top of your ankle. Breathing in, looking at the back hand and really reaching to the back here too. And then reverse warrior, breathing in and breathing out. So maybe adjusting your legs if you want to come a little bit deeper. Breathing in, return to warrior two. And let's extend our warrior this time, creating again that beautiful straight line. Keep opening the shoulder to the back, maybe coming deeper if it feels good. Breathing in and out, Ujjayi breathing, ocean breathing. Let's return to a 5-point star, toes point to the front, and let's come into a high lunge this time. Left leg on front, knee on top of the heel. And let's breathe in, and as you breathe out, a little bit of back bend, then return the hands to the floor and push back into a downward facing dog. Still in our downward facing dog, let's just bend one knee again, then the other, feeling again that lovely stretch all over the back of the body. A bit of core work. Left leg lifts into three-legged dog, bend the knee, bring the knee outside of the elbow. Protracting the shoulder blades, and then breathe in back to your three-legged dog. Let's do it again. Breathe out, bring the knee outside the elbow, really strong core, and breathing in again back to downward facing dog, everything on the other side. So breathe into your three-legged dog now with your right leg. Bend the knee, and as you breathe out, bring it outside of the elbow. Breathing in back to your three-legged dog, pointing the toes. And breathing out, really curling that top of the back. But if it's too intense for you, you can always bring the knee to the floor as you come down. And let's breathe again and return into our downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step your left leg in between your hands, drop the back knee. And let's come into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Drop the toes at the back and squeeze the butt for a bit of back bend here. Keep the front knee on top of your ankle. And as you breathe out, frame the foot with the hands, tuck the toes, and come into a downward facing dog again. Breathe in, lunge the other foot now into your low lunge. Breathe and reach, creating length always from the crown of the head, even in no back bends. And come into a high lunge here if you want to. Just pivot a bit so you can bring now the legs wide open, toes pointing to the bigger edge of the mat. And let's come into a Prasarita Padottanasana. So wide leg forward fold here. Hands in line with the arches of the feet or further to the back, elbows bent at 90 degrees, crown of the head can be on the floor if you want to. Breathe in and let's come to our right leg. As you breathe out, try to bring your belly closer to your thigh and just relax. Breathing in and out, feeling the lovely stretch here. Let's breathe in, walk the hands to the other leg. And again, noticing the differences between your right and left leg. Always differences in these asymmetrical stretches. Now breathe in, pivot to your left and come into a low lunge again. As you breathe out, a little bit of back bend, opening the chest here. Breathe out, hands frame the foot and return to your downward facing dog. Lovely stretch here, looking at your knees or navel, then bend both knees, step or jump to the front into an Ardha Uttanasana, half forward folds and forward folds Uttanasana. You can grab your elbows so you can be in a ragdoll here, just letting go, maybe a little bit of swinging from side to side. Bending more the knees if you need to here. Just relaxing. If you want to come into a standing split, bring the hands a little bit further out, bend your right knee, and you can keep it like here. You can just stay in your standing split here. If you want more, you can extend the leg, maybe 45 degrees burst with the leg parallel to the floor, or if you want, as high as you want to. Let's change sides. So bending the knee, option 1, option 2, just extending the leg at the 45 degrees, and then third option, as high as you want to go. Try to keep the elbows closing here. Breathe in, half forward folds, and as you breathe out, bend the knees deeply, hands frame the feet, and then step into a downward facing dog. Breathe into a plank or drop the knees if you need to. Bend the elbows glued to the rib cage. Lift into an upward facing dog as you breathe in. As you breathe out, push back into your downward facing dog. Drop the knees into tabletop again, and let's just have a little reset here with some cats and cows. Breathing out to your cat, breathing into your cow, looking up, and then tucking the chin, just enjoying this spinal movement. Breathing in and breathing out. Spinal neutral, and then come into a seated position. Extend your right leg and bring your left foot closer to the groin. And keep your back straight and centered. Breathe the arms up, and as you breathe out, come to the side into your right leg. Now try to lengthen from the crown of the head and keep opening the chest. And you can just go as deep as it feels good. If you can naturally come deeper, just use the top hand to reach up for the toes and the right hand to the left knee as a lever. Breathe in. Let's change sides. Extend your left leg now and bend the right leg. Breathe in and let's come into your left side. It's important to create space at the rib cage, so really keep lengthening from your spine, and then side bending here, and just going as deep as it feels good to you. You can also use a strap at home if you're doing this. Breathe in and release the legs, and let's open now both legs quite wide. Bring the hands to the back, fingers pointing away from you, opening the chest, lifting the chin. And as you breathe out, place your hands now in front of you. Take a moment here just breathing with a straight back and neck. If you want more, you can go into your forearms, keep them parallel if you can. And just try to bring your pelvis forwards. Anterior pelvis tilt, and then just a lovely stretch here if you want to come deeper. If you can naturally come deeper, you can grab 2 fingers to each toes, so you can bring your chest closer to the floor. Place your hands under your shoulders to lift up slowly. Release your legs and just cross them in a comfortable position. Bring the hands to the back again, fingers pointing away from you, and maybe you want to lift the hips and have a lovely stretch here. and then releasing as you breathe out. Breathe in and come back to a tabletop, and then as you breathe out to your child's pose again. Just have a few breaths here. Bring the knees closer to the edge of the mat, and your right hand in your middle line, and raise your left hand to the top, and as you breathe out, threading the needle, just lovely twist, keeping the hips on top of the knees, just relaxing here, and then changing sides. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, threading the needle, placing your head gently on the mat. And coming back into a child's pose as you breathe out. As you breathe in, come round and sit with your left leg bent, so the ankle touching the knee from the inside. Or if you want, you can cross it for your seated twist. Bring your right arm over your left leg and twist to the back as you breathe out. Flex the foot on your extended leg and gently keep the spine straight as you twist. We're going to change sides now. Bending your right leg and twisting, keeping that lengthening from the spine of the head. Using the back arm strong and straight to support your back here. As you breathe out, releasing. Use your forearms to come into a supine position, laying your back on the mat, and maybe a little bit of rotation here with the knees bent, circling one direction and the other, massaging your lower back. And now let's extend the legs and shake them a little bit, and then grab the outside edges of the feet and then gently press the knees towards earth into a happy baby pose. We're making sure here that your spine is in line with your neck and your head. And let's come into a reclined bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, with the soles of the feet together, and you can bring your hands to your elbows. You can take longer here now to rest a little bit more in Shavasana. And when you're ready, just come into a seated, comfortable position again. Take a moment to find that balanced place to be in your body, with your breath and in your mind. Maybe closing the eyes a little bit, tucking the chin a little bit too. Maybe connecting the indexes with the thumbs in Jnana Mudra, or just bringing the palms of the hands to your knees if you prefer, just breathing in and out. Bring the right hand to your lower belly and the left hand to your heart. And just connect again with your breath, feeling your lower belly inflate as you breathe in and contract as you breathe out. 3-part breath, Dirga Pranayama. Breathing in, extending the arms, hands in Jnana Mudra, and into your third eye, Ajna Chakra. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this little flow in a lovely summer day. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications bell. And join me on social media.